everybody, Adrienne Everheart, your feminine energy dating and relationship coach. I am super stoked because today I wrapped day 1 of a course in feminine energy, which is a great complement to any program you may have of mine. And if you're watching this and it's April 18th, you can still join for Sunday's class. But if it's past that date, I just want to talk a little bit about what the process is when you take a course with me, or you decide that you're going to invest in a learn at home, a self-study program. And so often girls ask me, they say, well, is this just like your other course? Is there going to be new material? Is there going to be something new I'm going to learn? And they're looking for redundancy. They don't want to pay for something they've already invested in, and I don't blame them. So learning feminine energy and learning how to be in your body and know your boundaries, and not just know what you're angry about or where the man is going wrong, but being able to know what you're feeling past, I'm angry, I'm mad, he should be doing this, I know I really messed up, but or why won't he just do whatever it is he's supposed to be doing. So we'll go through that process in masculine mind, because masculine mind is A plus B equals C. It's linear. And feminine energy is not linear. It's this process that we have to kind of go through a couple of times, and we have to practice it. And so whenever anyone asks me, is this redundant? My answer to them is always no. It doesn't mean I might not talk about a concept or a tool that I teach you, but you have to hear this so many different times and so many times over again before you really get it, because it is a lot like learning a new language, and it takes so much practice. So not only is this a new language for you, but it's something you actually naturally know how to do, but you're constantly going to be interrupted by your inner boy wanting to either hog tie a man for misbehaving and not doing it right, because your inner boy is probably pretty powerful, a guy, it's strong, and he can notice when a guy isn't stepping up. So you have that obstacle. You also have years and years of conditioning that you have learned, if I want something, I have to just go out and get it and make it happen. You got that. Then you have the feminist movement, which has, is well-meaning. I'm all for equal pay and all of this wonderful benefits of this. However, in a relationship and in our DNA, the sperm versus the egg, we are not the same. And that's why I have such a large following of women, powerful, dynamite women who can do anything, and they currently are, yet they're having great difficulty with their relationships, you see. So you have all of that stacked against you. So it takes so much redundancy. It takes hearing this over and over again. And today in class, big thing we spoke about is boundaries. And not only understanding how to speak them, because I can teach you how to speak your boundaries. 500 ways to talk to a man. I give you at least probably 50 examples of how to speak a boundary, about sex, about food you eat, about sleeping at his house, about all these things. And someone said, I love boundaries. I do too. But you know what? I'm not the best at them. And boundaries catch up with me. And I've been able to identify there's a feeling I get. It's a very particular feeling I get when I'm ignoring a boundary. It's like a feeling, it's kind of FOMO a little bit, that fear of missing out, but it's mixed with just this not anxiety, but restlessness. And that's usually when a boundary. So So in studying today, we studied boundaries. We just talked about it organically. Your boy, your inner boy, is going to have a different way to express those boundaries than your inner girl. Because your inner girl has been stuffed down since around age 5 or 6, maybe younger, maybe a little older, right? So not only does she have trouble articulating, in language, because give yourself a break, girls, you haven't been using her to speak with for years. So it's not going to be just like, I got this feminine energy thing. You can memorize a million things, but you have to hear this over and over again. So one of the things I told people in class today was that, how do I do this? How can I hear what you're saying and kind of hear what you need and give you this great advice or direction that's going to get you in the right place with your guy and yourself? So how do I do that? So you begin to hear this in a very particular way, and you start to hear your problem is not so unique. And this is one of the handouts I give, which is about that pursuer and distancer. The more you pursue, the more he has distance. The more you're in masculine energy, the more he's going to go into feminine energy. And we get stuck in that cycle because we're lonely and we want to fix it and we want love. That's inner boy. And so it's very complicated sounding, isn't it? And then where do you start? How do you start doing this? You have to pick a starting place. Sometimes it starts with just when the man walks in into the day of work, or how he finds you in the house, how you're on him all the time. I'm on my husband way too much, and I know I am. I'm like manager. And I have to really, really, curtail how much I'm wanting to talk to him and speak to him, what it is I want to say and why. I have to ask myself, what does that take? It takes practice and it takes awareness. So when you attend a class and you hear, this is a Q&A class specifically, when you hear all of this Q&A, you just go over it over and over and over again. And another part of you that is hearing this will slowly begin to jump on board. Once in a while, women write me and they go, Adrienne, today I used a feeling statement and I didn't even have to think about it. My guy asked me something and I said, oh, I feel, and it just happened super organically. It's going to happen for you. It's going to happen for you. Everybody's got one problem that's bigger than another. For some people, it's expectations. You probably had a parent that was very rigid with you, very on you, and you had big expectations of yourself and you got it done. My assistant's in here. Hey, I see her. Look, she's a powerful dynamite woman. Military. She works in the medical field now. She owns multiple properties. I mean, this girl is doing it all. How many guys doing that? It's not a lot, right? So, you have all this power and you have all this, ability to do stuff. And so you bring that level of expectation in with the man. Oh, I'm so happy you're doing that. I don't talk about fertility as half as much as I want to, but someone just mentioned that they're going to begin freezing their eggs. And then it takes all the stress off of finding a guy and getting pregnant and, whatever. I wish I would have done it. I think I still have some eggs, so there's a chance. But I wish I would have done it like when I was 30. So I could have taken a different route, because you miss out. And then you miss out. And you're bitter because you don't have children and you don't have a guy. I don't want that to happen to you. So that's where your boy comes in, and your boy finds a way. But in the relationship, you get to be a girl. And if you do not have a man in your life, I want you to practice with men online who are not your type, that are in, you meet on Match or Bumble or whatever it is. And you can also practice with a man in your mind, just different scenarios. Yes. Yeah, so chat is really good. A lot of you guys are connecting. So someone said, do you think in past times, 100 years ago, women had feminine energy? Always. It's always been here. Look, if you look back on, anthropological evidence, it wasn't women out there hunting. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think some women did hunt, but women were making bowls, we were making utensils, we were making life good. We had gardens. Gardens would provide, I think, about 70 to 80% of food. You look at the Victorian era, and, women were, you had to play the piano, and you had to sew, and you had to have a talent. And that could be used for wrong things. But it was still, you're bringing this pleasure and warmth to people around you that only in a way women can do. You see? It's how women can do it. And we have this gift to the world of warmth and sweetness and kindness, but we don't have to give anything to make that happen. We just have to be ourselves and in our feminine energy. And so when we stop directing a person and managing the person and getting the outcome that we want, that's when the magic starts to happen. Yes. All right, you guys. So there's still time if you want to join this course in feminine energy. Classes tomorrow at 4 o'clock Eastern time. But if you are in the future and you're seeing this from the past, it might be available on my website. It comes with my primer book, Diamond Girl's Guide. So Diamond Girl's Guide is eventually a full-length book, but Diamond Girl's Guide is a primer. My publisher said I could release like a couple of hodgepodge chapters. All good stuff. All good stuff. You get that, the VIP library. You get my Pursuer Distancer handout. Oh, someone said Diamond Girl Guide is amazing. Well, thank you. Thank you. I think she was in class today. And you guys are so welcome. Thank you for all the wonderful compliments. After class, I went out and I gardened, so I got a little sweaty, but it gives a good glow, I guess. And the sun is setting, and I think everybody's probably pretty in sunset. You got a little shot of my Lysol wipes here. I hope everybody's doing okay. I've got my Lysol wipes right next to some heavy-duty hand cream. Because I don't know about you, but my hands are taking a beating with all this hand washing. And I've like always washed my hands, but boy, now it's like triple that. So I hope you guys are all staying well, staying safe. Go to my website, everheartcoaching.com. If you still want to take this class, there's still time. It's a Q&A class, and it's some theory, but it's a lot of fun too. We have a good time. Oh, okay. And if you have any trouble, if you saw class today and you have any trouble or questions, you just shoot them an email over at help@everheartcoaching.com. All right, gorgeous ladies. Take a nice big deep breath with me and sink back in your seat. Make sure your bottom's all the way in the back of your seat. Raise your shoulders up, drop them down. Just see how that feels in your body. Just even see how those things alone shift your energy to receiving. Just notice it, how it slows down. That energy, it slows it down. See how long you can stay there. All right, everybody, much love to you. I'd love to hear from you in the comments if you have any questions. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Now how do I turn it off, right? There it is. Bye, ladies. Much love. Bye-bye.